Okay, we're back in Legend Heroes, Trails Through Daybreak. Where we last left off, Krail packed its bags and bailed, so we need to find out what happened.
This year's been a good one, hasn't it? We've had a bountiful harvest and the demand's on the up and up.
And it'll keep going up because we have so many new farming techniques for 1209 and beyond. Next year's festival is sure to be better than the last.
I had loads of fun today, but I would have had even more fun if Lashkar was here. Tomorrow's the last day of the festival.
Yeah, I heard the car he was riding in broke down in the capital. It'll be okay though. He'll be here tomorrow for sure, so cheer up.
Well, looky here. It's everyone's favorite reporter. Why are you walking around town all by your lonesome? Why don't you drop by the bar and grab a couple drinks with me? The night's still young.
I, really shouldn't.
Now, dear, don't pressure the poor man. I'm sorry about him. He's just lonely because our daughter couldn't make it in time for the festival.
I'm not lonely. She said she'd be here tomorrow.
Oh, it's that hot reporter guy! Hello! What's the latest scoop?
Perhaps he'd be kind enough to do another feature on our inn. Why don't you stop on by? Drinks are on the house.
Trust me, I'd love to. Unfortunately, I've got an early start tomorrow. On second thought, I'll take you up on that offer. I'll be over soon. Save me a table.
Yay! Sounds good. We'll see you there.
Our moment is at hand, my fellow countrymen. We shall vanquish the knights and the noblemen, trample the enemy underfoot, and stain the palace floors with their blood.
Fancy seeing you here. I never thought I'd find you casually whistling La Raciones.
It's been some time since we last met, Dingo Brad. Though we did cross paths in Tharbad, albeit briefly. If we exclude that little encounter, I haven't seen you since your days as a mere informant in Messeldal.
Yeah, and you were still Enrique's second-in-command back then. I caught wind of your arrival here. I thought the idea was ludicrous at the time, and yet there you stand. So answer me this. What's your game here, Gerard Dantes?
You're a persistent one, I'll give you that. You've been following our trail for a long time now. And lo and behold, your dogged pursuit has finally borne fruit. Congratulations. I shall bestow upon you a reward. One far greater than any Pulitzer.
Let me guess. The sweet release of death, huh?
Well, yes. It truly is a pity. I do sincerely respect your investigative prowess. However, before you meet your demise, I will offer you a glimpse of the end of time.
Is that thing made of shards?
Correct. This is the artifact that Basel professor fell just short of completing. Or rather, this is a substitute for it.
Wait.
It's called an explosive lens, or so I hear. Alas, the professor met an untimely end before he could finalize a formula for the most efficient structure. Though this shard-based replica will suffice, and I can detonate it with my sword. Its destructive capabilities are beyond compare. This little village will be history.
Are you insane? You'll get caught up in the blast too!
Ah, but I have an ace up my sleeve. Teleportation. Still, I'd place my odds of survival at 30%. But the thrill of the gamble is irresistible.
Wait! There are children here. Not even Adios could forgive such a heinous act. Please give these people time to evacuate. I'm begging you.
I'm afraid doing that would defeat the entire point of this experiment. Every living creature is equal in the face of true fear. Demonstrating that is my life's purpose. How fortunate that your camera can now connect to a Zypha, though it will not save you. So why not drop it and fight to the bitter end?
Because I know I can't stop you. But thanks to this, I can pass the torch to those who will. Burn in the pits of Gehenna! Gerard Dantes!
Such bravado. Now take your final shots and die!
Van. Mario.
I can't believe it. They managed to forcibly detonate the weapon.
This can't be happening. I see now just how capable he was. He uploaded the footage to the Orbital Network cloud by combining his camera and Zypha to distribute it across rural wireless networks. Had he not done so, the footage would have surely been lost.
He was one of the most irritatingly charming guys I've ever met. He was charismatic as all hell. Everything he did was perfect to a T. But he never let his talents get to his head. He probably knew this would happen, but he still didn't turn back. What was that dumbass thinking?
Van.
He did a lot for me and Nina.
Same for all of us as well. To say nothing of all the people in Cray.
How'd they figure out how to use a nuclear weapon? I thought they weren't able to finish it. Don't think they did. They had to have been pretty close to completion, though. And they must have been able to bridge the gap with the explosive lens and an artifact. They abandoned the scientific process and relied on brute force to achieve their desired outcome. And they trampled on the wishes of Professor Callahan all the while. So what are we going to do now? A whole lot of people have access to this video. Not like it's been released to the public, but yeah, a lot of people have got their hands on it now. Can't believe the CID effectively resorted to blackmailing you just to get access to the video. They could have simply seized the server it was on and blocked access to it until we provided the password Dingo left with you. Regardless, they didn't leave us with much choice. Now it's in the hands of the armies and police's top brass as well as the guild. I'm certain other nations' intelligence agencies and criminal groups have it as well. I asked Marduk HQ if they have it, but they just said they'll get back to me when they have an answer. They're being coy, in other words, so I believe it is safe to assume they have it also. Who doesn't have it at this point? Doubt pointed out there was the CID's decision alone. I'm thinking there's a higher power at play here, the highest in all of Calvard. Why would the President want it? Dunno, but if he's making a big claim like that, he's probably got some idea why he would. Though there's one thing we can all agree on. We can't let these guys get away with this shit any longer. You got that right. We just need to sniff out their next move. They wouldn't pull a stunt like this without a plan. There's gotta be a follow-up act. It fit with what the guy in the armor told us, too.
Like I said, the real fun will begin at our next playdate. In a joyous carnival of blood and violence, the likes of which the world has never seen.
Yes, the tragedy struck on the night of that very day. They must have already been preparing for the attack on Krail when we met with them. Then they'd better be prepared to pay for it, too. It's safe to assume they were fully aware of how everyone would react to this incident. Yeah, they wanted all eyes on them. Must have been what they were after from the word go. They manipulated Professor Callahan, and when they got what they wanted, they tossed him aside like a used rag doll. And they proceeded to use his work for the most heinous purpose imaginable, with flagrant disregard for human life. It makes me sick. I still don't know what our best course of action is, but what I do know is that Dingo gave us a request that we can't refuse. He chose to leave that video in our hands, so I'm seeing this thing through. It's the least I can do for him. You guys good with that? Stuff's probably happening under the surface in Edith, too. We can start by hanging up the notice boards while we keep our ears to the ground. We gotta figure out what the CID, the Guild, and everyone else is up to. Makes sense to me, then let's put our backs into it. So you've managed to make it this far without taking no for an answer. You do know this ain't got nothing to do with you, right? Au contraire, it's got everything to do with me. These are the same bastards who ruined the film festival, and I've visited Krail for film shoots, too. Right. Plus, I've already signed a lease for a room in this building. I've wanted a second home for a while, both as a safe haven from the paparazzi and a hideout for my, other gig. I mean, hey, I'm not about to turn away help when it comes knocking, but you're, gonna attract a lot of attention out there. You think I'll be recognized? Not to worry, I'm not third in line of a Phantom Thieves for nothing. So what do you think? Impressive, right? Well, that's so cool. Sounds like a bargain bin comic book. So that's one of the tools of your trade. I wonder how it works. That'll do. Now you won't get busted the moment you walk out the door, probably. Okay, gang, let's get to work. Same deal as always. One team stays inside and the other goes out, counting on everyone to do their thing. Chapter 5, The Restless Carnival. I guess Aaron, maybe? So one thing I did want to look at. Cameo is indeed maxed. Evasion counter rate is 100%, so you're not able to guarantee the counterattack anymore. 50% evasion, 40% bonus damage. And then ironically Vine's the other one that's maxed, but this one's still kind of lackluster in my opinion. So one thing we're able to do is swap out to literally anything else like Salos and try to level that one up, or Lorraine.
I am Salos. I shall gladly provide support.
Rame is pretty close. When this one gets topped off, I will swap over to Lorraine. It's just... the cool thing about Rame is that it recharges you. There's no way to do that in the middle of battle that I've at least discovered so far. I've been doing it okay without healing, so I can probably look into getting rid of that one. So the thing I was a little curious about was if they got EXP at the same rate, and you can see that they do. Marduk is continuing their efforts to decipher A's next move. The company is also investigating Ikaruga, albeit with little success. The situation does unnerve me, but I will continue to investigate to the best of my ability. I don't think I need to do anything in there. Oh, Noah Toil. Now that I think about it, which room is Judith's? Okay, that's fairies. I can tell because of the bullets on the desk. This is Rosette's. No, that's Rosette's. This must be Judith's then. She must have moved in rather quickly or something, I don't know. Oh, here's hers. Madame Adelaide. Oh, the bullets there make me think that... No, this would have to be Catch's, wouldn't it? No, Catch would have the telescope. Okay, so why would Aaron have bullets? I don't know, man. Radio and the rags are all saying the same things. Just nothing else going on. Them politicians had better not be sitting on their asses and twiddling their thumbs. Guess they did do the state of emergency at least. You youngins be careful out there, got it? We will, thank you. And you, new girl, you stand on those clothes. Don't go showing off too much skin. Me? Right. Scared the pants off me for a second there. I thought she figured me out. Don't go spacing out on me, Miss A-lister.
More candy again? Come back soon.
But yeah, being an insurance company, we have our customer service hotline open 7 days a week. It really wears me down. I can slip away on my lunch breaks at least, but Harry really misses me when I have to crunch. Hate to leave him alone for an entire month. I'd be happy to have him stay with us. He comes over to our place for dinners anyway. I'm more worried about you, honestly. Don't burn yourself out, you get me? Being in charge of a whole branch is a pretty big deal. I only ever planned on being their point of contact in the main office, but it's been a real hectic over there. They need backup. We're in some pretty dire straits financially. We need things to clear up soon, or we'll start having to make cuts. How's your office holding up? You're in construction, right? Architectural firm, yeah. We don't do the actual constructing, which is nice, but top brass is saying this construction boom is bound to wear off, and where the market shrinks, layoffs follow. Damn it all, why? Why'd this have to happen? I saw Hans just the other day. He always came down to sell their vegetables. Annie would always stop by to eat. Sister Felicia, too. That's right, they sourced their vegetables from Crail Village. I had no idea. Yeah, this place was a popular spot for them whenever they'd stop by. You're heading out to work already? With the state of emergency, it's gotten quite chaotic out there. Will you be alright? Should be. They're restricting the roads in and out of the city, but we're already inside, so we're just sort of stuck here. Might as well get some work done while we're here. Adios knows there's going to be plenty of requests coming in. I see. Just please be careful out there. Yume and I were awfully worried about you, but we weren't the only ones. In truth, Dad was worried sick too. Damn, was he now? I knew he had a heart of gold. I'm not heartless. Once I knew Yume was okay, I started wondering about you. Nothing to it. Just be smart out there, like I always say. Now especially, yeah? Don't let that writer's work go to waste. Yeah, I'll make sure of it. Dingo was a regular here too? Yes, he and Van would frequent this place together. He had only just eaten here for Mariel's celebration. Oh. Rotten pieces of shit, all of them. How could they have done this? Why?
Can't go wrong with it. Come back soon.
Well,
that reminds me. Are you alright with your room, Judith? Yeah, it's perfectly fine. You even got me furniture and everything. I just wasn't expecting you to recognize me off screen. Well, as the landlady, I know a thing or two about my tenants. I see. It's like she's giving me stage fright. She's quite astute, yes. Brings me back to when I first moved in. I can't stand even talking about that sleazebag. But I gotta look past him for now. I'll leave him for later. My sweet Paulette, little weasel. He comes around here again, he's getting a face full of skillet. Is he, okay there? Well, let's just say it's a family affair. Judith doesn't know about that, does she? This right only a matter of time before she finds out. Oh, right. Didn't she get wrapped up with that Maxim guy? Not surprised that she and her dad don't care for him. Well, the whole thing got swept under the rug because of all the other stuff at the time. And that article smelled like BS anyway. They probably figured out it was a misunderstanding.
Pick something already. Care out there.
High sensitivity sensors deployed. Fia will contact Catra in the event of suspicious activity or if persons of interest are detected. You said something about being about bodyguard mode, right? That's pretty cool. Indeed, with A's next move a mystery, I thought it best to err on the side of caution.
So...
where is Yume?
Oh! Why, hello?
So the Mafia were behind all that, were they? Adios alive, what is this world coming to? Don't let your guard down, I know you deal with a lot of those types. And I worry for the girls in your group out on those streets. You folks be careful, alright? We'll be fine, don't worry. Van?
Looking is always free, you know. Come back for more anytime.
So those idols I met recently, they asked me to direct some of their music. Being honest, that genre's pretty far out of my wheelhouse. But I gave it my best shot. I think it turned out alright. Hopefully it's still as cheery as they wanted it to be. Once they nail the basics, the message should shine through. I'm just giving them a helping hand, as it were.
Say, why not?
It's getting pretty bleak with Krail Village. People keep coming by for sympathy flowers. Still doesn't register in my mind. How does an entire village just disappear?
Okay. Say, why not take some flowers with you? I hope I see you again. What do I do?
All right.
I was expecting more people here. Oh, Adios, you who extend your divine charity to us humans below, please forgive us and our foolishness, for we have sown conflict and hatred amongst ourselves. I pray that the good people of Krail may join you at your holy side. She's much more solemn than usual today. Well, that's different. Usually her head's up in the clouds. Remember hearing from somebody that she lost her family in a terrorist attack. Maybe that's part of the reason why she's otherwise so jovial. Blessings be, everyone. You're heading out at a time like this. Please do be careful. Of course, we'll make sure of that. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get riots out in the streets or anything like that. The opposite, really. Everybody's drained. They don't know what to do. But I think if anybody can help them, it's you guys here at the church. Absolutely. No matter the situation, the church will always extend its hand to those in need. I'll be here as well. I can't deny I'm nervous, but I have to stay strong. Please stay safe, everyone. We have many a churchgoer in for prayer today. I understand everyone's feeling uneasy. I'll need to work as hard as I can to calm their spirits. They're depending on me. 3 days have passed. Krail Village is still shrouded in mystery. I understand many feel directionless. Our duty, however, has not changed. I shall conduct another mass today and comfort those lost in fear and anxiety. Maybe one day welcome peace again under the auspices of the goddess. How did an entire village vanish like that? Never thought the horrors from 2 years ago would surface again. Just what is the army doing? Don't tell me they'll have the city locked down all the way through the rest of the exam season. My word, just anything but that. Yes, I got all the questions in the reference book right. Told you I could do this. Mom's not on my butt anymore either. That feels good. Alright, it'll be an all-nighter for me tonight. Brat's been bugging me for a while now. But he ain't my business. I don't have the time anyway. Oh, hey, Van. Looks like you got Judy with you, too. Hello, Anya. Thank you for yesterday. Don't tell me. Did you seriously get ID'd by Anya? Let it slip by in the bath or something? I would not possibly. You were any easier to read, you'd be a nursery rhyme. Hey, I'll never complain about more regulars coming in. I'll keep you posted on when our calmer towers tend to be. If it's just you, I can see about renting out a private space when you come in. Just let me know. I really appreciate that, thank you. There's just no better way to recharge. I need my bath fixed to stay fit and fresh, or I get all cold and creaky. I agree, but man, it sounds like she's over the hill when she says it like that. Well, I suppose the bathhouse wouldn't mind her patronage, even if she does make a habit out of it. We're a public bathhouse, so we're always around whenever you need to chill out. People are kinda on edge, and I don't blame them. Even old Huck hasn't popped in for a while now. But worrying isn't gonna fix things. This place is for relaxing. Come on in, however often you need.
Stepping inside?
That's the stuff.
This might be a little too toasty.
It's so nice and warm in here.
All right, back in business, baby.
Make sure you don't catch a cold.
Huh, out of curiosity. Huh. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do this one before the end of the game, but we can do this one for sure. Missing 2 plugins. Need more maxed hollow cores. So keep in mind we will be getting one of the drivers with the final party member, which means there's 3 up for grabs somewhere. Missed out on this one, but the intermission was so limited there wasn't much room to work with, and holy crap, are there 17 cases in this chapter? 2 chests short. Wow. Are there seriously 89 left, or did I miss some somewhere? So it makes me wonder, like, if the stuff Melchior summons... And then are there seriously 5 movies up for grabs here? Well, there's still 2 newspapers apparently, so yeah, there's still quite a bit of game to go. So I know we have to pick our route here, and we need to get these up to level 3 in order to get those visible, I think.
Hey,
Dang it.
Kids are always so full of energy.
All the grown-ups have been nervous about something. I think we're okay, though. We are, but I heard on the radio that Crail Village is gone. I'll keep everyone here safe, I promise. I won't let all that bad stuff happen here. That just made me think of a new super move. I call it the Flash Caliber. I take my bike and I jump off and I kick him in the face. You read too many comic books, Harry. Thanks, I think that made me feel a little better. Harry's a real big dummy, but sometimes that's a good thing. Is it just me, or have I seen you before? You look really familiar, but I think I'm just remembering wrong. I can't say I met you before. Man, scroll sharp. That's a new face. I've never seen anything like that before. Yeah, I think I'm just mixing you up with someone else. Kinda phoned it in there, felt like. Every hero needs a special move or something like that. I gotta think of one. I just can't mope around when I could be thinking up my super move. Dad has it tough. He's too tired to save Yume and Mark if things get bad. But maybe I can use my bike to save them in a pinch. That'll be my superhero move, yeah.
well...
Mom and Dad said a lot of people died. I don't really get it. I'm kinda scared. Yeah, me too. But we can't stay sad. Grandpa always says that laughter is the best medicine. If you're too sad, you might get sick. You have to at least try and be happy, okay? Really? I guess, yeah, my chest has been kinda heavy lately. Maybe I should go to the chapel for a checkup. Sure, we can pray there too. Let me come along with you. But Mommy said we shouldn't go out alone. So let's invite Sheena and Harry too. Good idea. Okay. And they're linked together? Is it keeping watch over the kids or something? Yeah, just in case. Good work, Zeros.
Off we go.
Are we actually able to get in here today? No. I was about to say, you can't get in during the day, I thought. Well, let's hit up Armati's. This is one of your favorite spots, right? Full of the law-abiding and the lawless. Yeah, it's one of the best places to hit up if you're looking for info. Let's head in. Alright?
Van. Long time no see.
Yeah. It's been about 2 months, I think.
Hey, guys. Well, this is a shocker. You're looking well, Aaron. Didn't think for a second he wouldn't be. Ashen told us about what happened. It's so awful. Yes, it is. Please have a seat, everyone. I'm sure we have a lot to talk about. So you were acquainted with Dingo too, Jack? Yeah, I'm 5 years his senior, and even as capable as he is, he was kind of like a little brother to me. I call the capital my home while Jax is in Longport. Meanwhile, Dingo's work led him all around the country. The three of us all had other careers, but we dealt in information too, and got along great. Yeah, sometimes one of us would out with the others, but none of us ever crossed the line like Giacomo did. Still hard to believe he's dead too. Giacomo got what was coming to him, but Dingo didn't deserve that at all. I know, that's why me and Hal are here. To help you guys figure out what Almata's up to. I've had some dealings with them in the past too, which is all the more reason I feel like I should be here to help. What do you mean? Well, we were involved in the events that led to Dantes taking over. As I'm sure you heard, Almata wasn't half as bad before him. Yeah, the story goes that he was their underboss back in the day, then made their former boss pay the price for screwing up. Sounds like he got what was coming to him, and Dantes was never going to be satisfied serving under a two-bit thug like him to begin with. Yeah, for being this big scary mafia boss, Enrique was basically leading two things, Jack and shit, and Jack left town. Meanwhile, Dantes is as dangerous as they come, and he's drawn the ire of every major player on the continent. Yeah, it sounds like Hayway's elders are finally planning to do something about the problem too. I've heard rumors that they're already making their move. About damn time. Wonder if that means she's working with them too. That would be Risha, that is. Word is that some famous Jaegers outside the Republic are also looking to get involved. The Church and the Society are getting ready too. 4th and 11th? I think he's number 8 for the Enforcers. Makes sense the Church should be acting, considering the bomb was blown up using an artifact. Sounds like it's not just the guys you'd expect, either. I've heard talk that there's another armed group in the Church on the move. That is interesting. I know they took part in Mille Mirage 2 years ago, but they don't normally interfere in other countries' affairs, do they? Apparently they have been a lot lately, seemingly at the behest of whoever's at the top. I never associated the Church with armed combat in the first place, so this is all a bit of a surprise. Wonder what the Society is after in all of this. Seems like they've been after Almata for a while now. Indeed, I've heard the Direwolf was pursuing Melchior for a while. Sounded like they were up to something in Tharbad, too. I see. Perhaps there's some kind of shady connection between the Society and Almata, or the Gardens for that matter. At the very least, we can take some solace in the fact they're definitely not working together. It's hard to imagine how the current situation could get any worse, but I suppose that is something. Everything hinges on Almata's next move, I suppose. Yeah, the current deadlock ain't gonna last. Someone's gonna act out sooner or later, I'm betting it'll be sooner. You can count on us when the time comes to info. We'll let you know as soon as we hear anything of interest. Appreciate that. You guys just stay out of trouble there, alright? Hell'll be fine, but Jack's gonna have to avoid drinking himself into an early grave. Alright, shit. Wait, before you go, you remember Marielle, the young lady who was always chasing after Dingo, right? You haven't seen her today, have you? Nah, afraid not. I haven't seen her ever since the emergency declaration was put into effect, come to think of it. She really looked up to Dingo, didn't she? The news must have been a real shock. I've heard she's been desperately seeking out information on what happened, but I'm worried she's gonna get herself into trouble. I see what you mean. Alright, we'll try and keep an eye out for her. No matter how tough the going gets, now's not the time to skulk about. I have my own history with A. Even if it's not under the same leadership anymore, that doesn't mean I can just let them do as they please. I'll hit the pavement and see what I can find out, too. I owe Dingo that much. Do try and keep an eye on Marielle, too, if you can. I worry about what she might be up to after everything that happened.
I'll take your order. Come back and play soon.
Got a bottle here I promised Dingo I'd open up next time he visited Longport. Anyway, I've got some contacts here in Edith. I'll see what I can dig up outside of Bermati's network. I know it's easier said than done, but try to hold out a little longer before going on the offensive. I can't believe Mia would escape all on her own. I didn't see that one coming. Superheroes are so darn cool. I mean, I couldn't let the story be all bleak. I needed a little hope. Is that bad? Maybe people don't want to read about a happy and hopeful story with the way things are now. What are you talking about, Miss Kakona? We're still talking about comics, yeah? Now's the perfect time for kids to be gaining some hope through these comics. You're right. I'll keep writing it just the way I want it to be. And here I thought you were too dense to understand me. And here I thought you were too dense to understand people at all, Cronin. Where did that come from? Did I say something weird? You might be a little dense still, but I guess that's what makes you you.
So...
I like how at times I can just toss out these insults so casually. This isn't good. I might not even be able to book you another show unless you get on stage with Sayla. You know what this means, right? I hear you, and I appreciate your candor as my producer, but could I have just a little more time? Sayla won't accept if I just spring it on her out of nowhere. Give me some time to ease her into the idea. She's just as soft as she is, but fine. With how things are, maybe time is what she needs to gain some perspective. So that makes me wonder if the idle plot line is going to be continued in Daybreak 2. Did you hear about it? I just can't believe the whole village would be wiped out like that. Not to mention the lockdown. What are we supposed to do at a time like this? Like, what do you do? Take it easy, Selma. Let's just relax and take this all one step at a time. Save emergency or not, we need to be steady. Just try to keep living your day-to-day as always. We just have to keep on going strong, and I guarantee everything will be just fine, so take a deep breath. Let's try to calm down, okay? Thanks, Lodi. It's like nothing phases you. How do you do it? I think you give me too much credit. If the Battle of Jormungandr taught me anything, I guess it's how to keep my cool. The thought of the war dragging on, of getting drafted if things got worse, the fighting in general. The anxiety got to me. I was a wreck. It wasn't healthy, but it taught me that there's no use in worrying yourself up a storm over what you can't fix. You're steady, Lodi. If I could just lean on you a bit more. Lodi was already such a good listener, and overall just so much fun to hang out with. To think he'd be so dependable, too. Take that, worthless ex of mine. He's so much better than you. I'm honestly still a little on edge because of everything. But there's people that got it way harder than I do. I need to be able to pull myself together for them. Rather than fear-mongering, we should help those that need us most. That's the first step. State of emergency or not, people need to eat if they want to stay alive. There should be hundreds of potential hungry customers in Riverside. I'm not throwing in the towel just yet. Even if we lose some customers, we can still offer them a great menu.
Oh, good stuff.
Good grief, how am I supposed to run a business without any customers? I went ahead and told Primo to take some time off. There's plenty I could say about the last, but she's smart enough to listen to people's advice.
Take as long as you need. I'll be waiting for you.
It's looking like there's literally nothing new
Check out
here.
that chick with the sunglasses. She's hot as hell.
What? Where?
That's it, yes. Keep that rhythm. Mind your breathing. I asked Jess to brush up on the song, so now all that's left is to practice. It'd probably calm my nerves a little if we could do a full run of the show with an audience. Not sure how we'd swing that, though. I can hear your voice crying for me. Man, I'm starving. I could really go for some of Gordon's tacos right about now. But no, focus. This is our last shot at proving ourselves. Everyone's taking a break right now, so I've just been cooped up in here. Man, I could go out for a drive right now. Guess that's just life for you. All I can do is busy myself around the shop and save up my Mira. Wait, isn't this guy like super famous or something? What the heck is he doing here? Hot damn, I need to find something for him to sign ASAP. Oh, Maxim. Nice seeing you around here, champ. Wait, if you're here then... Indeed, I'm here to see Bradley, the famed mechanic from back in the heyday of early Z1 racing. I was part of the Red Star team back then. We got our behinds handed to us plenty of times by Ingert. I still keep in touch with Bradley. It's nice to kick back and talk shop with him, or just come asking for advice. It's mighty flattering coming from the proud consecutive Z1 champion. From where I stand, you look like you're doing just fine without my advice. Something to shake up the old narcissistic worldview lately? Well, I just want people in my life to be able to trust me. Can't let pride be my downfall. As a top-class racer and top-class man, I want to make a sincere effort to earn that respect. Well now, you've changed, kid, and for the better. It's up to you to prove whether it's all lip service or not, but if there's anything I can do to help, you know where to find me. Thank you, Bradley. First, I'd like to discuss the start of the next racing circuit. Dude's more genuine than I gave him credit for. It's real sweet seeing him like that. It looks like he'll really do what's best for Paulette and Yume. Yeah, but he feels real guilty about it. But seeing him trying to make up for it kind of makes me want to cheer for him.
Okay.
Wonder if the girls are worried about the incident in Crail Village. Certainly is concerning. But at least Victor is with them, so that's good. I'll do all I can to support them too. I'll just need to update my machine tuning policy and dynamic reflex training. Being a top-class mechanic's harder than it looks. It requires mental fortitude on top of technical know-how. Well, I guess I could lend a hand if she asks for it. It's not like I'll just ignore her if she asks for advice. I'm her trainer, after all.
What'll it come again?
Yeah, I don't remember if I saw a hat or not. I may have missed out on that. All I can say is I got the ones I really wanted. They said a lot of people died on the news. Everyone from the Central East that lived there, even Lashkar's family. Why, Rooney? Why did they all die? Early, I don't know, and I can't do anything other than listen to her and let her grieve. Why did Lashkar's family have to die? His mom and dad and sister, it's just too awful. It's like I can feel how sad Early is just by how she's holding my hand. I don't think I ever want to let go of her. I'm also really scared, and I know I can't do anything, but I want to at least be here for her. This can't be happening in the village. Everyone, Felicia, Annie, all of them gone. Lashkar, thank goodness you're alright. You've been here all along? Guess you dodged a pretty hefty bullet there. It's you guys, yes. Lashkar and Kaina both were in Edith at the time. But Felicia and everyone else, we don't know if they made it. My apologies, I must keep it together. I need to be there for Lashkar. I owe that much to everyone that was lost. Almata's gone too far. We'll do something about all this. You and Father Manser take care of him in the meantime. If you need anything, feel free to get in touch. And I really do mean anything. Thank you, Van. I'll keep that in mind. For now, all I can do is pray the souls lost in Krail can find peace. And look after Lashkar, of course. May Arusha light your path. We should probably leave him alone. I'm sure Sister Belisha would hate to see him this way, too. I'll do everything in my power to help him in her memory. Winged Goddess, please let her pass and protect us so that such a tragedy may never befall us again. Please protect this child from falling victim to such unspeakable evil. And may you lead those lost in Krail to everlasting peace and tranquility. Why is everyone so scared? Is something going on? What's a steak of emergency? Is it tasty? Mom is really scared too. Is there anything I can do? Arusha, please shepherd the poor, innocent souls of those lost in Krail. May your radiance guide them to paradise, and your wings envelop them in warmth everlasting. May you be a refuge for those who remain in this world, and protect them as they continue to walk through life.
Well, Goddess Arusha.
Nothing up here. They're sure making a big deal out of nothing. People only ever care about those at the top anyway. And if not that themselves, what a bunch of shit.
Off we go.
Hey, it's Giordano. Oh baby, not gonna lie, I'm feeling down in the dumps. They did what? And after oh goodness. I'll toast one up in their honor. Not much more I can do with things as nuts as they are now. I'm not gonna go take a vacation at this. I'm not gonna get to take a vacation at this rate. Got so many pending questions from all my clients. Been getting bombarded with them lately. This isn't good. What a horrible tragedy. So many precious lives were taken. There will be a memorial mass held in Edith Grand Cathedral. I'm making sure people are aware of it. We hope many will join us today in praying to the goddess for those we lost. May their souls find peace.
I feel like I've seen that lady before.
Yeah, but I can't quite put my finger on where. Who is she?
Crap. We gotta bail.
Team 3, patrol the station area. Cooperate with Teams 1 and 2. Let nothing escape your watch. Understood. Those vile mafiosos, just you wait. I won't let anything else happen on my watch. Everyone looks so dejected today. It'd be wonderful if we could get a bit of respite right about now. Please, make sure you all pace yourselves, and remember to take breaks.
Hello. Thank you.
I do kinda need a break soon.
That's a relief.
Of course I'm worried about the emergency state, but I still need to go to the store. There are bracers outside the station, so I hope it'll be safe. Mina recently started paying attention to me as long as I hear her out first. She still throws a tantrum every now and then, but I feel like we can start going out without issue.
So...
I'm buying apples today. I remember everything on our shopping list today. Mommy and I talked about it a lot. The whole village is just gone. I had heard of something like that being possible back when I was at the Institute, but I never thought it was anything more than a theory. For something like this to actually happen before our very eyes, just... No, I can't even be certain that's what happened. Anyway, I can't let this shake me up. I'm the boss around here, and taking care of the shop should be the only thing on my mind.
Need help with something?
So I'm looking for cheap ones. That should do it. I don't think there's actually anything I need to make at the moment. Although this would be really nice, I just need to find it first. Well, I might not be able to max out another orbit, we'll see.
Thanks for being such a good customer.
Yeah, be kidding me. Like, some of those are quest rewards, and some of them are, like, from here. I don't know if I have any left. I may have gotten lucky and got them all, but... No. Huh. So there's still 17 gifts out there. Holy crap. Like, that makes me wonder, just how long is this chapter? I still can't believe what happened to Krail. It's hard to even wrap my head around it. Honestly, it was scarier than when the war broke out. But if the boss and the owner are both carrying on that okay, then I just have to follow their lead.
What'll you have today?
I only found one of them.
Thanks for coming.
What's next? Yay! What's next?
Oh, we have one thing for Hermes. If there's a gift for her worth 30, this will allow us to max hers. Aaron's jogging in place outside. I never thought something like this would ever happen. The former Institute of Science student in me can't help but have some ideas as to how this happened. But I digress. Let me offer you a cup of coffee to calm down the nerves. Would that have the opposite effect? Being a stimulant and all? This whole deal is so depressing. Krail was there one moment and then poof, gone the next. We don't have any class this afternoon, so I'm just kind of restless. You visited Krail Village, right, Shinyon? Yeah, it was my pilgrimage to some of the holy ground of early filmmaking. What a quiet little town it was. The lady at the inn basically treated me like family. Feels like I'm listening to children on their way back home from school. This constant stream of bad news has left a lot of students feeling down. Even then, I try my best to listen to their problems as part of the student council. I'm pretty restless myself, but the least I could do is hear Shinyon out. Actually, I think I saw Ren head towards the guild a bit ago. She went to the Basel Guild branch too. What is she up to? Who is she? I visited Krail Village once when I was taking a movie location tour. It's a really nice place. Even when it was still all black and white, the atmosphere came through just perfectly through the screen in the early days of cinema. Maybe now's not the time to be talking about movies. What happened to Krail is still so hard to wrap my head around. It's not my area of study, so I'm not sure about all the details. But I feel like I remember a hypothetical discussion regarding those kinds of weapons in one of Professor Callahan's lectures. Maybe he was manipulated by the Mafia in some way. Okay, we'll go into the guild branch later, but so bad even Carmen's come out of hiding. The news has been all gloomy lately. When's it gonna end? Going out is real scary, but being cooped up feels so miserable. Been doom scrolling online forums all day. You should probably stay away from them, Greta. It's real depressing. But like, what's gonna happen now? Are we gonna be trapped inside the capital forever because of this Mafia stuff? On the bright side, that handsome maid has been popping up in the news all the time. The news has been all gloomy lately. When's it gonna end? Going out's... That's the same.
Showing of the smash hit Wolves Requiem.
Notice, several bus routes have been altered in accordance with the declared state of emergency. What? How am I supposed to know where to go now? Why'd this have to happen too? And today's just one thing after another. Well, he always has Giordano to help him. Marguerite was really worried over her husband. I feel like I totally read her wrong. Our store is stocked up on all kinds of daily necessities that people might need during a state of emergency. Though please avoid bulk purchases, it only help to raise the knees. Treat this shopping trip just as any other. We're committed to your customer experience. Anyone in our staff will be able to help in case you need assistance. Not even in my wildest dreams would I imagine something like that happening in Krail. We've been partnering with the village for so long that I think it's taken me even longer to accept that they're just not here anymore. All of our suppliers were the loveliest of people. Why? Why'd this have to happen?
I'm proud of all my wares. It's been a pleasure.
I wonder if my husband's okay. If I remember correctly, his trip was supposed to take him to Orid. Krail's on the way there. I mean, it's not as though he was supposed to stop in Krail, but... No, I'm sure he's fine, but... What if the route to Orid is blocked now and he's stuck? I need to get in touch with him ASAP.
Our stores have a wide variety of fine goods for sale.
We can't rule out what happened in Basel could happen here, too. I think I'll send my weapons in for some maintenance. It's been a while since I last did so. This weapon still doesn't feel right in my hands. It's a shame I couldn't bring my actual weapon with me to Calvert. It's still my parents' place. Xialing, my dear sister, how have you been? I can't believe it's been 4 years already. Good to know you've outgrown that baby face of yours and finally shaped up to be a fine woman. Wish you'd outgrown your big mouth. I'm tempted to punch you right on it. But hey, credit where credit is due. Doesn't look like you're half-assing this job. That might be a bit unfair. You were always the better one at Gekka between us two, so I guess it's fair that you'll be taking over the dojo. Aw, thanks, but don't worry about me half-assing things. The place is yours, after all. I'm being serious when I say you're better suited for the role of master, both skill-wise and personality-wise. Me? I do feel bad about putting all that weight on your shoulders, though. I don't want you getting in any trouble. I don't see why that's any of your business. I'm just doing my job as both a bracer and a member of the Gekka school. I know, but please take care, and do it for me at least. My older brother's the same as always. His laziness is honestly kind of disarming. I don't know how things are going to shake out, but I won't falter. I swear as a bracer and member of the Gekka school. My brother's part of the reason I took this path. I have a lot to live up to. I have to make up for his shortcomings after all. Hey, sorry you saw that. Xialing's one fault is her temper. She's always running a bit of a short fuse. I worry one day it's going to land her in a sticky situation.
Does anything catch your eye?
Nothing new there.
I hope I see you again.
Oh, it's you guys. Figured you'd be out and about. Sylvie, kinda too. You're from Krail, right? Heard you were safe because you were here in the capital. You've been trained with Sylvie here for gunsmithing, yeah? Yeah, I was gonna go back home for the Harvest Festival, but my car broke down. I was only planning on staying here one more day. And then that happened. It was so awful, I'm sorry. I've been swamped with public safety hearings and stuff. Things are calming down, but it's still a mess out there. But don't you worry about figuring out a living situation. You can stay here with me for as long as you need. Thank you, Sylvie. I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have you looking out for me. It's fine. You're my apprentice now, so this is as much my business as it is yours. Even with your family gone, you're not alone. You can rely on me from here on out. Thank you. I'm glad she has somewhere to stay at least, but that doesn't make the situation any less shitty. I'd shame the name Grimcat if I sat idle and did nothing. Lashkar and I were here in Edith. We were going to head home, but this happened before we did. I can't believe they're all gone. Mom, Dad, and everyone else just gone. I need to pull myself together for Sylvie and for Lashkar.
Okay.
Never in my wildest dreams did I expect something like that to happen to Kaina's hometown. I can't look away from this, not when I'm close with someone from Krail. I plan on lending a hand, too. Keep your eyes on the ball, Spriggan. Can't be getting caught off guard like this all the time.
You got a permit, yeah?
So, when we head to Arasion, there'll probably be new stuff up for grabs.
Thank you for visiting the Weston department store.
Huh.
Our stores have a wide variety of
Why did I not get this for Katra? Or Judith? Well, I have an excuse for Judith, of course. Now the question is, do I... Like, the extra movement is really tempting, and it's only a cost of 2 speed.
Thank you for visiting the Weston.
And I just realized how much of an upgrade this is. Well, crap.
Stores have a wide variety of fine goods for sale. We hope you enjoy shopping with us.
It's been so long since I bought something from Fairy, I kind of tempted just in case I'm forced to use her.
You better take good care of it.
For such a tragedy to strike right on the cusp of both the Revolution Festival and the EGC, I can hardly imagine anyone would be in the headspace for clothes shopping when a state of emergency has been issued. Regardless, our department store will endeavor to support everyone during these trying times. I should probably start that process by quitting my whining.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Well, at least he's not just going around advertising funeral clothes. That would be kind of harsh.
Your next visit.
What's next?
You know me well.
Bleh.
With us.
All right.
I literally had just gotten this job when this incident suddenly happened. But it's not like people could just put their lives on hold entirely. They still need to come shopping for dailies. It's my job as the terrace's manager to offer everyone some respite from all the chaos going on right now.
What'll you have today?
Thanks for coming. Our stores have a wide variety of fine goods for sale.
I know the guild can help. What to do?
Figured you'd come by eventually.
Hey, I can't say I'm surprised. You all feel compelled to act too, I take it?
Yeah, looks like you guys are real busy here. Supremely, the two of us were out of town when it happened and had to rush right back. We have to go back out again soon, though. I wasn't expecting to find you here too, Ren. You must have left extra early. Seemed wise to come and exchange information on what Laboral and the Society are up to. I take you all are here for the same reason. Yeah, sorry for eating into your time, but can we talk for a bit? So the whole region around Krail really did get locked down by the army, huh? Can't say I blame them. It's to the point where not even the press or the bracers can get close. Everyone gets the same stock response from the authorities. There are no confirmed survivors among the villagers or visitors. So if there's nobody left, why are they keeping the area under lock and key? As it so happens, the 3 disciples are rushing to the scene. All 3, not just Professor Hamilton? I can't imagine they wanted to reunite under circumstances like these. This can't be any ordinary post-disaster investigation, then. Indeed, I'm sure Katra knows why as well. The initial devastation caused by nuclear weapons is not the only reason why they are forbidden. Following detonation, radioactive particles will blanket the blast zone. While it's still theoretical, it's thought this radiation will cause horrible chronic damage to both organisms and the environment. Given all that, I can kind of understand why the army would be mobilized to seal off the area. Yeah, but we're talking about a village being blown away here. By our principles and for the sake of public safety, the Guild can't ignore this. That's why high-ranking bracers from all over the continent are starting to gather in Calvard. On top of many A and B ranks, word has it the head branch in Le Mans is considering sending an S rank as well. Pulling out the big guns and putting them in charge, huh? Actually, no. Those of us already here will go after Almata while the newcomers cover the capital and other areas in need. I may even call in some personal backup. Well, I say that, but knowing them, they may already be on their way. Oh? Must be the whatever they're called from the Empire. Class 7. By the way, I noticed Elaine isn't here. Is she out on another job? Yeah, the idea is to handle as much work as we can before we dedicate ourselves to rooting out Almata. So she's handling some stuff elsewhere in the capital right now. I'm a little worried about her, to be honest. What do you mean? Everyone was shocked by what happened to Krail, but Elaine seemed especially shaken. She rushed out right after to start working and gather information like a woman possessed. That's disconcerting. We've all been there on jobs plenty of times, so she's probably just rattled. But if you see her around, check in on her, alright? Will do. If I may, I'd like to address a certain elephant in the room. Or should I say the actress? You snagged quite the famous employee. I'm surprised you can afford her day rate. Are you filming an advertisement for the office or something? Who, me? Hello, everyone. How'd they see through me? Don't mind me, I'm more of a secretary than an assistant anyway. I believe Rosette has both those positions covered. I ain't paying you shit, just so we're clear. At least try to cover for me. Well, I haven't received any stolen item reports, so I see no need to meddle. At least you don't have the same gaudy sensibilities as a certain other phantom thief I could name. That's everyone's favorite Blanc. I agree with you both. She really is bad at hiding, isn't she? How she hasn't been called out yet is a mystery. The eye of the storm won't last for much longer. We'll do what we can to make use of that video and the info you've given us on the gardens and Almata's execs. Don't mention it. Anyway, we'll leave you to your work now. Van, please wait. Was that journalist a friend of yours? Yeah, knew him for about 5 years. I remember helping you two strike a deal half a year ago, come to think of it. That you did. I worked with him many times and truly owe him a lot. The world lost a wonderful person. Ren. For now, all I can say is this. We won't let the gifts he left us go to waste, no matter what. I'll work toward the same goal, then. There's still a fair amount of unresolved issues, but I suspect that won't be the case for too much longer. The government, guild headquarters, and secret forces are aware of the neighboring countries' movements and taking action against them. Based on the footage that guy left behind, at least. It won't be long until they make a move, so do prepare yourself. Headquarters back in Le Mans are also working on this case. We're all working our hardest here. You do the same, Arkride.
Well...
They're really putting me on standby at a time like this? And as Hazel's assistant, no less? Is it because I'm still a junior bracer? I've been working really hard for the past 6 months. Did it mean nothing? No, that's no way to think about it. There's something I can do, and that I have to focus on doing my part. Just having a hard time. As you can see, things are incredibly hectic around here. It's never enough hands on deck, no matter how many of us there are. If the announcement is anything to go by, the casualties number more than 1,000. The situation is unprecedented. The Le Mans headquarters have ordered the guild to operate at full capacity in this situation. You never know what could happen, so do be careful. The guild's policies are firm. We know what to do, we just have to wait for the right moment. I imagine we're not the only ones on the move. Some of our associates might be on the move already, so we need to coordinate with them. I'm worried about Elaine, but I'll trust you to take care of her. I'm not her nanny, you know, but fine, I'll keep an eye out for her. Guess Van's a shy type too. I don't know what you're on about, but quit it. Okay, so as mentioned, I'm going to be taking my break here. When we pick up, it'll be over in Tyrell. See you in a bit. Okay, so I need to pick up where I left off. It's one of those situations where I had to wait a week, and I've pretty much lost my buffer, unfortunately.
Let's do this.
If I fall any further behind, we'll start having to skip videos, or skip days. How? How can a whole village just vanish? Someone tell me it's all just some elaborate ad campaign for a movie. It has to be, right? Come on, somebody tell me it's all just a bad joke already. How could something so terrible happen in my own lifetime?
Alrighty.
It's a monument depicting a group of 4 animals. Hey, San, what's wrong? You're being really quiet. I know you're probably shocked about what happened, but this isn't like you. It's just, you know how my brother works for the Tyrell Times. He told me something. He said it might have been racially driven. I've always tried not to get wrapped up in that kind of stuff, but now... I'm so sorry. Yeah, I guess I get what you mean. Might be a little tough to just ignore it and move on this time. Feel so bad for you. You fit in so perfectly here, and then to have to feel that. I'll say this. It's okay to confront that stuff if and only if you're ready to. Just know you can always come to Peter and me. We're here for you. Whether or not you choose to do anything about these issues, you'll always be our friend, and nothing will ever change that, alright? Yeah, what she said, I agree 100%. If you ever need to just get something off your chest, we're here. It's easy to think about stuff once you've gotten it out and cooled your head. We're more than happy to give you that space, San. We'll figure it out with you. It's the least we can do. You guys, thank you. I don't know what I was thinking letting myself get so hung up like that. I'm sorry I worried you two. We all get along so naturally with San, it's easy to forget sometimes what sort of position she's in within society. But she tries not to let any of that bother her and happily embraces people like us. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. When it comes down to it, my problems pale in comparison to hers. Maybe it's time I sat down and really settled the score back home. I don't think it's strange for San to wear things that aren't associated with her heritage. She just wants to walk to the beat of her own drum. Just wish she would realize that it's okay for her to rely on us sometimes. I mean, we're her friends because of how unique she is. That's why we were able to meet in the first place. It was really getting me down. I refused to let myself snap out of it and let go. I'm so glad I have Peter and Marilyn in my life. They don't care about my background, they just care about me. That's what I call a couple of true friends. A little curious on the Japanese there because that felt a little forced. I'm suspecting the translator may have been at fault. It's a damn tragedy what happened in Krail. Entertainment companies used to go there all the time to film things. The industry's ties there run deep. That's probably why people within it are starting up charity efforts to help. Who knows if there are any survivors left or if the place can even be rebuilt. I'm sure all that goodwill can still lead to something positive. Hello, welcome. I know these aren't exactly happy times, so feel free to stay and relax. If nothing else, seeing our customers smile brings me a little comfort too, which I can definitely use right about now. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to stay calm in this situation. Looks like he's feeling tense too, not that I'm surprised. Yeah, just like the cats in our neck of the woods, they can definitely sense things. Mr. McMillan? Oh, Anya's. Forgive me, I was simply closing my eyes for a moment. Yes, I've had the pleasure of visiting there. To think such a tragedy could befall such a warm and welcoming village. I have to carry on. Even under this declaration, I have no choice but to continue running the cafe. Still, I feel compelled to pray for those souls. You can tell he's trying his best to stay calm. Probably lots of people out there who have had to hold on and keep themselves together how they can.
Welcome. We await your next visit.
Good grief.
Did you know?
How could anyone wipe out an entire village off the face of the map? That's going way, way too far. I like spine-tingling crime stories as much as the next girl, but this doesn't give me that sensation at all. It's hard to put into words. I guess I'm scared, just scared. Wonder when things will go back to normal. Okay, seeing her hunched over here actually makes that stand out even more. Like, the weirdest thing about some of the interactions here is the characters don't really display any body language. Like, I'm looking at Peter there, standing straight up. You have the one hand at his side. Like, I call this out for the visual novels where the characters are just standing around, arms at side, which is not a normal position. And I'm comparing that to her. And if you look, her arms are on her lap, she's leaning forward. It actually does give that scared impression. The body language matches what she's trying to say. Giselle there feels a lot more natural than those three did. Makes me wonder what we're going to get with the Sky remake.
I heard.
Especially since they may not let NIS get their hooks into it. There have been murmurs that what happened in Krail might have been an ethnic attack. It's only speculation for now. But I ended up telling my sister San about it anyway. I really shouldn't have done that, though. She's probably freaking out. I get the feeling San has taken what I said really hard. I know she tries not to pay any mind to those sorts of issues. And once again, like, even though he's not moving, his body language is actually matches what he's saying. Once again, he's hunched forward. Just, like, how do you even begin to describe it? Like, I called it out a moment ago. Right there is the one. The arms behind the back is a little new. The arm in the air is at least a start. The Republic has never faced a crisis like this before in its long history. There's a lot of unrest among the citizens right now. And that goes for us too. We know all the questions that people want answered about the situation. We at the Tyrell Times have one job and one job only, to bring facts to the people before disinformation muddies the waters. What you're doing is vital to the well-being of the country. Be proud of what you do as you go out there and get those answers. Yes, Chief. Like, if anything, the receptionist has the closest one to being able to justify that position, I guess, but even still, give her something to hold, for crying out loud, or I don't know. Things have been pretty crazy around here lately. I've never seen anything like it. With the area surrounding Krail under lockdown, we can't send anybody out to do on-the-ground investigating. The editor-in-chief gave a pep talk earlier, so I'm sure reporters are fired up to dig up something. Doubt it'll be easy, though. Got a feeling this whole crisis could turn out to be a sink-or-swim moment for our paper.
So...
Have
about some nice cold ice?
In times like these, a little sugar can help calm the nerves. Chocolate can also have a soothing effect. Ow, I bit my tongue. So much for the sales pitch, I guess. Can't exactly sell anyone on if I can't keep my own head cool right now.
Hello. Thanks for shopping.
Like, that's a good position. The girl in the skirt, she's at least moving one arm, so...
How about some
yeah.
popcorn, huh?
Him holding his tie, decent. Might be an emergency declaration going on, but if I don't go out and sell my popcorn, I won't make any money today. I have no choice. I'm a total nobody, worthless, good for nothing. The only reason I'm here is because I couldn't hack it when I tried to break into the movie industry and settled on this as a compromise.
So...
Okay, so yeah, the whole, clutching the tie thing does match what he's saying. It's conveying some uncertainty.
The showing on screen 2 will soon begin.
In all my many years of living, I never seen anything so horrifying befall a republic. Reminds me of when that cult went on their rampage a decade ago. Must say, I'm impressed just how much the young people are obeying the state of emergency and maintaining order. I always thought that generation was completely insensitive about such things. Suppose I have to start changing my tune. In the light of what happened in Krill Village, the film industry will be doing charity drives to offer support. For our part, we decided to donate a portion of our proceeds to the cause. There are also proposals to memorialize the history of the village on film so that its legacy is never forgotten.
Thank you for your visit today.
A whole village disappeared? Are you sure that's not the story of some movie? It really happened? Then does that mean everyone who lived there? I don't want to think about it. I'm scared now. Hurry up and get out of the restroom, Mama. Krail Village was a common shooting location for films, and now it's gone. We might not have all the facts, but one thing's for certain, it's absolutely despicable. At least its beauty has been preserved in film, but I know they can't replace what's been lost.
Hello.
Well...
So, we have to see this one. I don't even know if you can see it, can you?
Visit today.
Is there a way? Ah. So we'll take her. I guess her and Katra.
Hello. The showing on screen 2 will soon begin.
This could be tough because I haven't drank anything yet.
Proceed to the entrance.
Van decided to let everyone loose. Shi Sen is a handsome young man whose talent in the sword arts is unrivaled. His unyielding sense of justice has driven him to conquer many an evil foe. Thanks to his skill with the sword and his elegant charms, he earned the title, the Peony Blade. As time passes, fate begins to weave its tangled web. Shi Sen crosses blades with Tengai, a leader of a gang of bandits, a scoundrel who inflicts unspeakable cruelty on innocent villagers, and a murderer who killed Shi Sen's father.
Not half bad, kid. You're the spitting image of your old man. You've even got those same fearless eyes. I remember them glaring up at me before I closed them for good.
That's enough! I'm going to end this battle in one stroke. With this!
Your pups used that move against me, and it didn't leave its mark. History's just gonna repeat itself.
That's where you're wrong. I've refined my father's ultimate technique and taken it to heights he could have only dreamed of. Taste our might. The might of 2 generations of masters. Fine Dragon Helix!
So I'll be honest, going in there I was wondering if the Peony Blade was a reference to the Scarlet Pumpernickel. The main character reminds me of Aaron in a lot of ways. He cares about his friends, he has a strong sense of justice, and he knows his way around a fight, not to mention how people gave him a nickname. Apparently in Eastern cultures, peonies are considered to be the finest of all flowers. I feel like that adds a fun extra layer to it. Somebody's done her homework, good for you. Yeah, comparing pretty-looking men to flowers is definitely a thing they do in the East. Now I can't help but wonder what kind of flower you're most like, Van. You don't have to think too deep on that, really. Oops, maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud. Anyway, thanks, Van. I feel a little lighter after watching that. I think Van would be a forget-me-not. That feint that the hero pulls off using the same move as his father really got my blood pumping. You could see how much he's grown as a character when he took down the villain. Absolutely, there's definitely a real thrill watching it happen as the audience after seeing him go on that journey. Well, it'd be a pretty big letdown if he didn't pull through in the end, wouldn't it? Children are supposed to surpass their parents, and students are supposed to surpass their teachers. That's the way it's meant to be. Spoken like a student has a way to do just that, if you say so, Van. Okay, I'm being a little harsh. He does have the Laplace code. Things may have become dire, but my role in what I should be doing is still the same as ever. As a researcher and student, Professor Hamilton, I'll do whatever I can to support you in terms of technology. I'm here for you, Van. Although the craft's getting a little deep there, Katja. Looks like they're selling commemorative brochures. Yoink. Books. Oh, come on. So I was wondering if they'd give us something involving characters or some sort of action scene, but, yeah.
If you have a ticket, please proceed to the entrance.
Just wanted to make sure. Because the way the math is working out is this can't be the final chapter. There has to be one thing after it. Because I was looking at the number of recipes, the battle notebook, and a few other things, and numbers don't check out. That terror attack was so much bigger than the ones that came before it. It doesn't feel real to me when it happened. Watching those stock prices fall sent some serious chills down my spine. Albert and Lyle, too. What's up, Agnes? You working hard? I'm on my way to work myself. I just swung by here real quick to check up on Albert. Not that I asked you to, but I understand given all that's happened. Anyway, I know I'm always bugging you about this, but seriously, don't do anything too dangerous, okay? I get that what happened in Basel was an unavoidable emergency, but that didn't stop me from being scared on my mind for you. If anything happened to you, Oh, Albert, I'm so sorry. I'm always making you worry, aren't I? No, that's not... Don't be sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel... I've never seen you so hot and bothered before. I think you should have a little more faith in Anya's. After all, respecting a woman's feelings is the fastest way to her heart, or so they say anyway. And here I thought you were going to have something insightful to say for once. Should have known better. Anyway, I'm not here to stop you. Just know that we're here for you if you need anything, alright? Of course. Thank you, Albert. I have no idea what's going on right now, but whatever happens, be careful, Agnes. Don't forget, we're your friends too. We'll always be here for you if you need to talk to us. I've got to go to my job after this, but I'm going to try and wrap things up there as quickly as I can. I'm too worried about my mom right now. You be careful too, alright, Agnes? Albert's not the only one who thinks about you, you know. Dang it. I've noticed that whenever a major tragedy happens, people always want to learn all about it. I've had people coming in to buy tour and farming guides about Krail. Some people are even purchasing books about weaponry. And you know what? More power to them. There's nothing more scary than the unknown, and knowledge can help mitigate that fear.
Welcome. I hope to see you again.
Makes one of us.
Thank you.
10 arts. I don't believe what's happening. This feels way too serious to be real. They've got checkpoints all over the place. Everyone I passed on the way here looked like they were in complete disarray. Tell me about it. Much as I'd love me some juicy rumors, even I'm worried. I have to wonder how much weird baseless stuff's circulating right now. I'm gonna have to watch what I say from now on. Wow, this really is an emergency if even you're trying to get your act together. Situation is what it is, I suppose. I used to be interested in just about any rumors I came across, but I guess I need to start being more careful about false info floating around. If I see anything weird on message boards online, I'll start to either point it out or, worst comes to worst, report it. Hate to do it, but... well, you know how the saying goes, dude. Snitches get stitches and wind up in ditches. Food for thought. When the authorities first announced the whole state of emergency, at first it didn't really sit right with me why it was happening. So I tried to go out for a ride on my bicycle to calm my nerves, only to get told off for doing that by a policeman. That's when I realized Calvert really is in trouble. This isn't some problem going on elsewhere I can just brush off like it's none of my business.
Thanks for stopping by.
This tastes great.
Those people have gone too far. We're left with no choice but to crush them. How we'll accomplish that end is still up in the air, however. We'll have to follow the Elder's orders to the letter, regardless of what those orders may be. With a situation as grave as this, there are only so many ways we can respond. You know, I haven't seen Cowhan around here lately, and Miss Mal's been really busy with something too. What the heck is going on? Maybe it has something to do with what happened in Krail.
What'll you have today?
I think we have the hot pot. We
Thanks
just
for
haven't eaten
coming.
it yet. No one upstairs.
What's next?
Here goes.
Just wonder where these two are. This is a real mess. There's always something new just around the corner. We've all been working around the clock to keep this under control. But Krail Village wasn't that long ago, so who knows what could happen next. It's hard to keep our heads up. The Elvis parks have been on lockdown since the state of emergency. We're just trying to keep the peace. Honestly, I don't know what we can even do. No, don't say that. We'll do what we can, because we must.
Okay.
Did they really just wipe a whole village off the map? They're all just gone? What do I even say? How do I even feel? We're gonna keep the store open, of course, but am I really supposed to just carry on all casual like I was? It doesn't feel right anymore. Okay, we can trigger this scene.
Nice to see you again. Huh. I see you've got a new recruit. Strange time for a new hire. But why do I feel like I know you from somewhere?
Okay, had to stop and get something to drink there. No worries, I get that a lot. Business has been booming lately is all, enough to justify splurging for another temp.
Well, you sure know how to pick the pretty ones. Hey, miss, ever wanted to go out for a dinner with an officer of the law?
You idiot, show some class. This isn't the place or the time.
Sorry. I was just hoping to lighten the mood before this conference. The air's so heavy right now. I almost can't take it.
Is the conference on what to do about A?
Exactly that. We knew they were trouble, but I think we underestimated just how much.
Are you sure it's alright to be telling them that, sir? If it wasn't, I wouldn't have done it. It's not as though they're uninvolved in all this. We might not always see eye to eye, but I think all of us are at least united in not wanting what happened in Krail to happen ever again. Sir, you're damn right there. Don't know how much we can contribute, but we'll do what we can. Can't help but wonder why they even picked Krail as their target in the first place. It was such a beautiful, peaceful village full of kind people. There was nothing that made it stand out. There's been discussion in some circles that it might have been racially motivated, but it's just a rumor at this point. Really now. It's not like this is the first time we've heard Almata's been funded by racist terrorists, so it's not implausible. Now that I'm thinking about it, people do say it's got a lot of immigrants for a village up north.
Even that could be a pretext, I fear.
Miss Roran.
Good day to you, detectives. Arkwright Solutions.
You're here all the way from Vantail, huh? Funny how you meet someone for the first time and then just happen to bump into him again and again, huh? Yes, it's funny. Wasn't expecting to run into you again this soon either. Are the three of you here to take part in this conference too, then? That is correct. The President has ordered that the Army and the police work together on quelling this crisis. We at the CID will be serving as a bridge between the two organizations. Then your goal is to lure Almata out of hiding? That is one goal, certainly. Our first objective is ensuring the safety of the capital. Then we can begin the next phase of our operation. According to our expert sources, the artifacts in their possession thankfully don't give them the ability to teleport over large distances. That means it shouldn't take us that long to bolster the city's defenses. I don't need to guess on who those expert sources are. More shady people? We're going to be working on more thorough measures to eradicate them, but those may take a while. In the meantime, we're going to have to rely on slightly more unusual measures to keep everyone safe. Which is why you decided to leak Dingo's video. And I doubt Hayway is going to stay quiet. I wouldn't quite say we're trying to fight evil with evil, but at the very least, the army and the police may not be enough. So the president believes... Should we really be hearing all this? I understand how you feel, but keep your head down and listen. This knowledge could be useful to you someday. So is Renee with the president? I'm assuming so, since he's got the fancy temp title of presidential aide and all. Yes, he's currently on loan to the president, serving as our point of contact in his vicinity. I'm confident that he'll do a first-rate job, though I can't help but worry about just what that entails to an ambitious man like him. Yeah, I feel you. Right, I have a message from you-know-who. He says that the group sealing off the mountains to the south of Longline is acting off. And this is from me. If you're going to meddle, just be careful. Thanks for the heads up. Give him our regards, too. That's Ikaruga, right? Great, not those monsters. Last thing we want is more trouble right now. It's almost time for the conference to begin, Inspector. Got it. Are you ready, Mr. Oran? Of course. Let's be going. Can't pretend to be a fan of the work you do, but I know you're trying to stop this madness as much as we are. We're going to do the best we can in our own way. You should do the same. That goes without saying. I knew Almata were scum, but this... Despicable bastards. Gotta have mercy because I won't. I say we round them up and give them the firing squad. The public needs to work with us on this. We have to take those scum down. I know things will get a bit tight under this state of emergency, but just trust in us to restore order. I know you've been talking with Inspector Deswani, Mr. Arkwright, and for one reason or another, he trusts you, somehow. You sound bitter about it. You don't trust me yourself? Not that that's a problem, or that I care. I have to. Being stubborn about it won't get me anywhere. As my superior, the Inspector knows who to trust. If he sees what you've done out there and finds you trustworthy, then what he says goes. And at any rate, you're not the real enemy. Almata is. Well? But as a man of the law, there are certain things I can't overlook. Lines I can't let you cross. We do need all the help we can get, no matter where it comes from. And I'd be lying if I said I weren't relying. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I think it would have been better. See, I think this is supposed to be. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't relying on you a little in a roundabout way. I weren't. Doesn't really make sense, I think. Let sleeping dogs lie, yeah? We're both working against Almata here, so no point barking at each other. You got your code as a cop, and I got mine as a Spriggan. For now, those codes are taking us in the same direction. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, the way I see it. I suppose Almata is too dangerous, too evil for us to go making other enemies. That said, once this Almata business is said and done, we're putting our sights back on you. Look forward to it.
Alrighty.
Please direct all requests to me, if you would. The other officers have their hands full right now. I'm at a loss for words about Krail, but this job just won't do itself. We still have to keep the peace. If we officers can keep our chins up even a little, that'll go a long way toward giving the public peace of mind.
That policeman looks so cool!
Look at him scarf down those donuts. An average person would have to stop and chew. Yeah, my sarcasm's probably ruining the mood a bit. It doesn't surprise me that they froze that project's funding. I'm still reeling from all this, but I still have a job to do. I have to help the company however I can. I can't sit idly by. Someone needs to negotiate these bearish forecasts and spooked investors. No, I had nearly a fifth of it done, and now I've gone and spilled paint all over it. Marikita, you bumbling swine. The tower eludes me one more day. I curse the criminals who committed this atrocity. We haven't seen any obvious moves from them. What I really want to know is if the President's office has stumbled onto anything. Listen to yourself, Sasha, please. We have our own position to consider. I understand you want to look out for your fellow students, but that shouldn't come at your own expense. Well, thank you for the advice, unsolicited as it was. But as a schoolmate and a friend, I want to do anything I can to help. It's part of my duty as the general club manager to look out for everybody here, and that includes him. So would you mind keeping in touch when you can? Or even just... Okay, you know what? Fine, it's clear you've made up your mind. So, should I take that statement as the view of the Patriot League and not the President? For the most part, yes, the party's stance is rather disorganized, so some of us have had to release its statements independently. But while the President's office acting irrespective of the party is nothing new. Yes, I'm well aware, I just wanted to confirm. That gives me a good idea of just how deep to dig into the President's office. Thank you very much for that info.
Welcome to Erland, sir.
Why Krail? What did they ever do wrong? I remember going there once or twice on my trips to Romafuria. It was such a wonderful place. And now those terrorists have killed that beauty forever. I want to cry.
We have full confidence in our products. We await your next visit.
It's the wrong button. It's this one.
Thanks.
Wow. That was really worthless. Not for the achievement, I guess. Welcome. We're still open here for the time being. We hope we don't have to close up shop, but the way things are going, we just can't say anything for certain. Please be careful out there. Hey, thanks for checking up on the apartments, Frala. Not that I was worried, those guys are tough as nails, so anybody can fend for themselves, it's them. Yeah, they were helping catch each other out, same as always. Once we're done here, I should head over there to see if I can help. Incidentally, you two are from the same complex downtown, right? Yep, different floors, though. Simon used to come check up on me every now and then after my parents died. Yeah, I knew her parents pretty well. Funny that she'd wind up here with me on the team. Almost sounds predestined, doesn't it? How about your place, Kirk? I get it's a safe part of town, but you sure you don't need to check in on your folks? I'm sure they're fine, but thank you. I imagine they have their hands full, but they don't need me, and I've been fine without them. Are you sure, Kirk? You don't look fine to me, being honest. I mean, you think I'd lose my cool over something like this? Who do you take me for? Alright, you two, that's enough. This ain't the time for mouthing off. Don't think we'll be playing ball anytime soon. Things really gone to shit. Just make sure you got your neighbors' backs, yeah? Times like these, we all gotta band together.
So...
Man, things really gone off to Gehenna here. Once I make sure the team's all good, I'm getting my ass downtown to try and help. I'm not crazy about this whole lockdown thing, but what... Well, doesn't affect me much. I'll keep all my crazies in line. Best I can do now is keep an eye out for shady types, keep our area safe. They were just raised differently, I guess. The festival was never big in my household, not that I want to talk about my household. It's all in the past now. As long as I keep myself out of trouble, we're all good. I've been through a lot myself, but we can't let it get us down. Sometimes I worry about Kirk, though. Simon's always saying he's had it easy in life. Does he know how to handle the rough times? He probably doesn't want me butting in there, but I want to at least be there if he needs help.
Citizens are ordered to remain calm and follow the...
Hey, welcome. Thanks, pal.
You were getting your buckwheat from Krail, weren't you? Yeah, it was Krail. They had the authentic stuff. I remember going there once or twice to meet up with my supplier, the chief, too. It hurts, it really hurts. But they'd want me to keep on working in their memory, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Well...
Dang it. We're rolling out new measures here at the hotel in compliance with the new state of emergency. We can't let our guard down for even a moment. Rumsfeld has an impeccable service record in public and private security. I trust him to keep the hotel safe. As his right-hand man, I have to follow his lead. Anything to keep our guests and VIPs safe. It just breaks my heart, but we can't lose our way. We all have to band together to overcome this. I was actually working here when the war broke out. A bunch of Kelvardian VIPs came here for an emergency meeting. And now we've got Senator Polanski and others here. We have to keep them safe and help them resolve this ASAP. In times like these, we need to move forward together rather than squabbling amongst ourselves and join with the President's office. This is quickly becoming an international crisis. Calvin could have saved a lot of face by taking the initiative here. As it stands, our investigation is hitting a snag. We could use some of Huckberry's wisdom to help shed some light on all this. No, I'm no diplomat, but I have an idea of how this will impact the marketplace. And I don't like where it's headed. The markets are like horses, they spook real easily. You get a big incident like this and futures plummet. I can only hope they get it all resolved soon. How can they even do that, though, is beyond me.
That's well.
He dropped everything and called when he heard the news in spite of all his work. At first I thought it was all an act, a facade, but no, he really was concerned for me. Those were his true colors. I should talk with him again, try to tell him how I really feel. If I could just work up the courage to. Father's a bit awkward when we're talking, but well, I'm hardly one to talk. I just don't know how he does it. Seems to have it all figured out in spite of everything going on. He even predicted some of his colleagues would break off from the party. He's far more savvy than I thought, and to think he wants to take me under his wing. The president and the young miss finally had a heart-to-heart. They had a lot on their chests, it seems. Well, perhaps being relieved might be a bit uncouth of me. But it puts me at ease to see them finally being forthcoming with each other, even as these revelations cause them grief. This is the first step on the road to a mended relationship. Now they can begin to heal.
Do you need something? Please come again.
Well.
Okay, I think that's everyone. I'm curious. I don't know why they never let you go to the entrance.
Then let's head over.
So here we are with the last stop.
Guess I'll check out the arena.
Almata just had to go off the deep end, didn't they? I don't buy the whole show of force fed personally. There's gotta be more to it than that, just my gut feeling. I'm feeling it too. It's gonna knock my supply routes out of commission. This is gonna be real tough for a while.
What will it be? I'll be seeing you.
The Blacklight District is just packed with people these days. It's a madhouse, I swear. Some are selling, some are snooping, some are just doing whatever they darn well please. It's hard to know what's going on anymore. It's gotten everybody a bit high-strung lately. Be careful walking around. You don't want to set anybody off.
Best come again soon.
Yeah, we have some money still. Jeez Louise, it's scary to see the kind of havoc a single group of undesirables can raise. If the Blacklight District is shaken up about it, I can only imagine how messy it's gotten on the surface. I'm scared to think where all this might be headed. Hopefully it doesn't snowball into something even worse, but who knows? Perhaps it's time I dug out some of my rarer merchandise. Normally these don't sell so easy, but you never know.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I don't need the accuracy boost. This one is really tempting. As is that one, just get that little bit of extra evade. I need 7,000. Wow, that's everything. Well, hopefully the jobs we're about to take will pay off. Here we are.
We await your next visit.
Hey,
From the sounds of it, they've got cops everywhere patrolling the streets above. I doubt they'll come down here, but it's not hard to be nervous knowing they're close by. Wonder how much longer I must wait until I can finally leave here and feel the sun on my skin again. I miss the outside world.
What'll you have today?
Thanks
Thanks for coming.
A lot of old guys like to come here for some reason. Don't know who they are. Maybe they just like Mommy's drinks. I like them, though. Nobody who likes Mommy's drinks can be a bad person. I'm gonna go give them all big hugs. We've had a lot of real nasty Jaeger types around here lately. It makes it hard to focus on my job. Times like these really bog down my work, given I have to go out and bring in clients myself. Thought about joining Eden, but I don't know if I could hack it when all their other girls are so much younger. Little Yoda is just too cute for his own good, I tell you. He makes all your worries melt away. We've got Jaegers everywhere, trying to make moves with all the turmoil going on. However it all shakes out, I can't see it leading to anything good. Tell me, was the reporter who I think it was, the one who broke the news about Creel Village? I think you know the answer as well as we do. Shit, he was a good guy. I feel like it's our responsibility to go out and avenge him. That way he can rest in peace up there.
Don't take too long to just come back soon.
Boss is gonna yell at you.
Never thought Almata would go that far, but they did. They sure as hell did. Had a couple friends out there, and now all you can do is try and roll with the punches, I guess. What psychotic stunt do they pull next, though? Nothing's off the table anymore. The government's been awful slow responding to the Mafia's massacre, and the guilds got their hands tied too. Oh man, I haven't felt so thrilled in ages. Who makes the next move, I wonder? Maybe there'll be some blood to pay. Whatever happens, setting up for one hell of a show. I'm on pins and needles. Hey there, come on and have some fun. Just don't get too naughty, alright? I think that's what she said last time we were here. This place is a real magnet for the thugs and lowlives of Calvert. Talking Jaeger dropouts, con artists, two-bit gangsters, the works. Those guys are always making a ruckus, so tell them to can it, but the dumb shits never listen. You folks be real careful wandering around these parts. Damn near anything can pop off if your luck's bad enough.
What'll it come again?
Come on, step right up, see what I got.
There it is. Even the Blacklight District's all thrown out of whack. This whole mess is causing problems for everyone. Which means it's up to us to bounce back, get everybody back in action. That's it. I'm telling our girls to go all out. No holds barred. You guys had better come in too. It's gonna be a real party in here.
What do you think? Well, fantastic stuff, right? Can't wait to see you again.
Like, I'm wondering, is this the Eden place they were talking about? It does say Eden Adult Shop there, so...
Seriously?
Hey, gorgeous.
I've been running into trouble lately. I keep getting all these rough customers. I don't know what, but I'm gonna get something big happen because all these weirdos have been flooding in down here. They're great for business, but they're a teensy bit scary to deal with, you know?
All my stuff is to dine. See you later, handsome.
What?
Okay, so I think that's all there is to see here. So yeah, when we pick up next time, we'll be doing the jobs for the day. And anything else weird that pops up. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.